Sagittarius, you are up for the September Tarot Energy Reading. Before I go any further, KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. All right, Sagittarius, I'm recording these obviously in the middle of August because I always do the general, the love, and the money reading, so I have to start kind of early. As for August, the general reading is up, the love reading is up, the money reading is up for all of the signs. And the collective reading, the full moon in Aquarius, which just happened a few days ago, that reading is up as well. And also I did a Lionsgate reading too, that just now hit me, for the collective. Whatever reading you listen to or watch, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it's not your story, don't try to make it fit. I'm just a person sitting here reading the energy and the tarot cards. You know your story better than I ever could. Now that I said all that, let's go ahead and jump into it. I'm going to start with the karma cards, and then we'll go into the tarot cards. May I have the energy for Sagittarius for September? May I have the energy for Sagittarius for September? May I have the energy for Sagittarius for September? What is it that Sagittarius needs to hear? Something's telling me to take this card. I'm setting it to the side. What is it that Sagittarius needs to hear? What is it that Sagittarius needs to hear? Something's telling me to take that card. So, it already looks like we have our cards. So let's turn this over. And then bottom of the deck is in Capricorn. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck, in Capricorn, it says your goals, the day-to-day reality of, use the most business-like way. So in Capricorn. So something I just heard, put on your business hat, put on your business cap, is what I heard. You may have to approach something from a business point of view. So removing the personal out of it, removing the emotional out of it, you may have to approach something from a business point of view. Just throwing it out there. Now, one of the cards that called out to me, this one says in the 6th house. It says, as a full-time job, serving, do a little at a time. So, something that I just heard, some of you may have big goals. Do it a little bit at a time so you don't get overwhelmed. Do it a little bit at a time. And then the other card that called out to me is the moon. We love the moon. That's Cancer energy. It says, defend, accept, let your feelings tell you how to. Something is also saying to me, I'm looking how to phrase this, it was on the tip of my tongue, that when you're doing something, the reason, instead of trying to tackle it all at once, like a big goal, the reason it would be beneficial to you to tackle it a little bit at a time is because it gives you more time to hear your intuition. It gives you more time to polish it, if that makes sense. It's almost like, okay, let's say you're building a house. You're not going to build a house in one day. I don't know anyone that can build a house in a day. I just don't. And I would hope that nobody would build a house in a day, because I would not feel comfortable staying in a house that was built in one day. I would be given the side eye. I'm just being honest. First, you want to dig the hole. Okay. So, and this is just, I'm giving you the basics. After you've dug that hole, it's like, all right, you want to make sure that you have a proper hole because you have to pour in the concrete for the foundation. But before pouring in the concrete, it's a thing of, oh, wait a second, let me make sure everything is right. Let me make sure that it's deep enough. Let me make sure that it's wide enough. All of this other stuff. But if it's just like, oh, well, let me dig the hole. All right, now it's time to pour the concrete. Oh, well, now it's time to do this. Now it's time to do... You're not... If you're trying to rush things so fast and just take on everything, it's almost like quality assurance. Thank you. That's what it is. Okay. Quality assurance. That's why. Because you want to produce something that is of good quality. And if you're doing it a little bit at a time, it allows you to allocate more bandwidth to quality assurance. But if you're trying to take it on all at once, the quality assurance, yeah, it's going to be there, but it's not going to be there on the level that it would be if you were doing it just a little bit at a time. It's like, okay, I've done this part. All right, let me check this over. Let me make sure this is right. We got this done. Okay, let's move on to the next part. Instead of, okay, let's get this done. All right, let's get this done. All right, let's get, no. Little bit at a time so you can listen to your intuition. Your intuition is part of your quality assurance team. That's what you have to realize. Your intuition is part of your quality assurance team. I might title this that. Hold on. Let me write that down. Because, yeah, I like that. Give me 1 second, Sagittarius. Tuition is part of your... Okay. I had to write that down before I forgot. Or before I forget, shall I say. So yeah, your intuition is part of your quality assurance team. That is why you need to do it little by little. Let's just take a few tarot cards and see what else we get. Energy for Sagittarius for September. Energy for Sagittarius for September. Energy for Sagittarius for September. What is it that Sagittarius needs to hear? What is it that Sagittarius needs to hear? What is it that Sagittarius needs to hear? And this card did not go back in the Tower. Something is saying to me that's another reason you don't want to rush. Because you don't want something to come falling down. Now, for others of you, this is just saying that there's going to be a major change that will be happening as a result of whatever it is that you are moving towards. Whatever your goal is, whatever your vision is, it will bring about major change for you. But for others of you, I really feel that this is why you need to do it step by step, little by little, instead of trying to rush and do a big project all at once. Because if you rush it and it's not on a stable foundation, it's going to fall down and then you're going to have to do it all over again anyway. Again, your intuition is part of your quality assurance team. You're going to have to listen to your intuition. May I have another card, please? Woo, that jumped out. You see that? What card is 5 of Cups? Yeah. 5 of Cups. Pay attention. There's something that has changed or is changing. Now, don't forget with the 5 of Cups that there are still cups standing up. Focus on what you can get done. Some of you, this thing might be overwhelming you. This project, this goal, this vision, whatever it is may be overwhelming you. For others of you, this tower moment that's being created because you're switching gears and changing course, it may bring about some sadness. But don't forget that you still have cups standing. But I'm going back to what I originally said. You want to do the quality assurance, because if you don't, the tower is going to crumble and you're going to be left in the Five of Cups energy. Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. At the bottom of the deck is the World card. That's completion of a cycle. Also, it can be recognition. It can be about travel. This is something that you're looking to make happen. But I really feel your intuition is part of your quality assurance team. Whatever it is that you are doing, do it a little bit at a time so you can listen to your intuition and bring it to life bit by bit. All right? That is your message, Sagittarius. KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. Until next time, Sagittarius, be blessed.